Real Rock 103.9 The Bear, Kris, Kelly here. Rock on the Range 2014 with Paolo from Trivium. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
All right, first question then. You guys recently parted ways with your drummer Nick, and you have your former drum tech Matt filling in. Is this going to be a permanent thing, or are you guys going to be looking for another drummer?
At the moment, we're kind of taking things slow. You know, we're getting Matt up to speed with the set. It's really going to be something that once we get through Mayhem, we'll kind of see where we're at, and not trying to rush things, not trying to put the pressure on Matt to like, hey, you got this gig now, so now you got to step up and do all this stuff. So we're just taking it easy and enjoying the rest of the tour.
Okay, so your newest album, Vengeance Falls, was released last year, 2013. David Draymond produced this album. What was it like working with him on that?
It was incredible. We've known David for quite a while, but to actually, get in the studio with him, and he actually had us at his house. We recorded at his studio, at his place, but it was incredible. He's just a really unbelievable musician and musical, with his musical knowledge and everything, even with showing Matt proper vocal techniques and new stuff that we had never learned before. But he's just a really kind, generous guy for having us at his place, and it was amazing to live with him for that long.
Okay, how did that whole partnership come about?
Well, we gave him our last album in Waves at Mayhem in 2011, and he just loved where we were at musically, and he mentioned to us briefly that if it was possible to work with us on a song or possibly an album, that would be, he would really love to. Then about a year later, we met up with him again. We went to his house, we listened to new demos, and it just, after talking to him for a bit and hearing where his head was at with what he envisioned the next Trivium album could be like, and how, what he thought he could bring to it, we just decided he was the right guy, and we just made it work. We made our schedules line up, which was probably the hardest part because he's such a busy guy himself. So it was great, really great.
Okay, how would you compare the sound then in Vengeance Falls to In Waves?
I think we honed in more on rhythmic features of our band, whether it's the music or even with Matt's vocals. Matt's always been growing as a vocalist over time, but I think working with someone who is a vocalist himself was really next level for him. It was really able to focus in on not only expanding his range, but ways to sing, not always just singing on the comfort zones and getting out of that and rhythmically singing, thinking about how you phrase a word or different things like that I feel come across on Vengeance Falls, and I think was a big shock to people at first because a lot of people have never heard Matt sing like that on a song, but now it all makes sense. When we play it live, those songs are some of the most fun ones to play now for us.
Okay, well, it definitely worked out because Vengeance Falls is awesome. All right, you guys are known for eating pretty healthy while you're on the road, which is kind of hard to do. How do you guys go about doing that, and what is on your tour bus right now to eat?
Well, I would say we eat healthy maybe, I don't know, I'd say maybe 80% of the time, but it's, when we go out and find like really nice restaurants, that's probably like our biggest thing, is like finding the best spots in town and, maybe going a little bit crazier there, but on the bus, it's really just keeping really healthy stuffs. Luckily now you can find so many good brands, and it's much easier to find that you kind of have that choice. You're either going to eat like Cheetos every day, which, in a perfect world, you could eat all the worst stuff and nothing would happen. But eating healthy definitely helps give us the energy and to get up there and do this every day. So it's about keeping it in check, because I don't want to say we're so crazy about it, but at the same time, you gotta keep it in check. Just like anything, drinking and all that stuff. Balance it out.
Okay, so what's next then for Trivium? Are you guys writing yet for another new album, or are you just focusing on touring and promoting the latest release?
We have a lot of music written. We actually went back and listened to a lot of old demos that we're going to probably rework. We got a lot of new stuff, but we're also doing Mayhem this year, which is going to be phenomenal. A lot of great bands, Avenged, Korn, Asking Alexandria, tons of good bands on the side stages. Once we get through that, we might take like 2 months off because we kind of need a break, but yeah, we're gonna finish up probably the end of this year with the album, and then we'll start recording next year, but probably during that break we'll be writing a lot.
Okay, great. Well, check out the new album Vengeance Falls. It came out 2013, and thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you very much.